I'm Ben Hooper, and this is Weekend Odds and Ends, a special Friday edition of the UPI Odd News Minute for March 7th, 2025. Welcome to Weekend Odds and Ends, our weekly roundup of the missed odd-portunities that didn't quite make this week's podcasts. First up, sheriff's deputies in Georgia rushed into action when a jail break-in was perpetrated by a white female suspect. A duck. The Polk County Sheriff's Office said on social media that a white female was discovered inside the perimeter fence at the Polk County Jail about 7:43 a.m. Wednesday. The suspect, a duck, attempted to go over the perimeter fence in an attempt to escape capture. Deputies cornered the duck to keep her from being injured by the razor wire on the perimeter fence. Officials wrote, "She could not tell us where she came from or how she got here, but we did notice she had an injured foot. We were able to call for backup, and after a lengthy standoff involving two agencies, we were able to take her into custody. Polk County Animal Control assisted with the capture. The duck, now named Bernice, was transported to a new home on a local farm." In other law enforcement escapades, an Oklahoma toddler called 911 with a report of emergency donuts, and local police sprang into action to deliver. The Moore Police Department shared the audio of a 911 call involving a toddler who was allowed to play with an old cell phone and discovered it still had emergency calling enabled. The boy requested emergency donuts before telling the dispatcher to have a good day. The department said, "Old cell phones may be unable to use high-speed data networks, take photos, or play music, but they can still call 911 in an emergency. As long as an old cell phone is functional, it can be used in an emergency." In the case of the toddler, named Bennett, his request for emergency donuts did not go unheeded, as police visited his home to deliver some snacks from Dunkin'. Moving on from sweet to spicy, an iron-stomached speed eater broke a Guinness World Record by eating 25 Carolina Reaper chili peppers in 4 minutes and 36.26 seconds. Mike Jack, a Canadian speed eater famous for his high tolerance for spicy food, broke the Guinness World Record for the fastest time to eat 25 Carolina Reaper chili peppers at Goat Fest in Kitchener, Ontario. Carolina Reapers have a Scoville heat units measurement of about 1,641,183, compared to about 4,000 to 8,500 for the average jalapeno pepper. Reapers were considered the hottest chili peppers in the world until the debut of Pepper X last year. Jack said, "I might make it look a little easier than it is, but I'm burning up here. I really feel it. The peppers, they really hurt a lot." In other vegetable news, the world's first, and possibly only, orchestra to exclusively make music from vegetable instruments was awarded a Guinness World Record after playing 344 concerts over the course of 27 years. The Vegetable Orchestra was formed in Vienna, Austria in 1999, when musicians of various backgrounds came together with the idea of carving veggies into instruments. Founding member Matthias Meinharder said the orchestra began as a joke when he and 3 friends were signed up for a performance art festival in Vienna. He said, "We were brainstorming what we could do, and we thought, what is the most difficult thing to play music on? We were making soup together at the time, and one idea led to another." The performers have now perfected the art of playing with their food. Their instruments include carrots carved into recorders and leeks made into mandolins. The orchestra was awarded the Guinness World Record for the most concerts by a vegetable orchestra after playing their 344th show. The musicians said they carve fresh vegetables before every performance, as their instruments only last for about 6 hours before starting to rot or losing their shape. Any unused vegetables are made into a soup to be served at the concert, and the spent instruments are turned into organic waste to keep the concerts eco-friendly. The orchestra told Guinness World Records that only one subject is off limits during their concerts: asking whether the musicians are vegetarians. They said, "No, we are not. Don't ask again. We've heard this question 3 million times. And finally, in our recurring segment, The Afternoon Rush, David Record Breaker Rush earned yet another Guinness World Records title by folding and throwing a paper plane in just 5.12 seconds. Rush, who holds the most concurrent Guinness World Records titles, attempted to beat his own record for the fastest time to fold and throw a paper airplane during a visit to Guinness World Records headquarters in London. Rush previously set the record at 6.15 seconds and managed to break his own record with a time of 5.12 seconds. He said, "While the paper airplane may not win any awards for aesthetics, it's undoubtedly the most beautiful one I've ever made, and is now housed in the Guinness World Records cabinet in London. It's proof that sometimes speed and precision outweigh perfection." For these stories and more national, international, sports, entertainment, science, and odd news from United Press International, visit UPI.com. Follow the UPI Odd News Minute on YouTube and TikTok. What would you like to play in the Vegetable Orchestra? Come up with your own homegrown instruments in the comments.